So, if I pulled this off, that means I am streaming live from YouTube and Twitch. So, fingers crossed, because I've had some difficult... Oh my gosh, there it is! There was a delay, but there I am on YouTube. And on Twitch, everything seems to be working out just fine. Let's go! Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome back to my stream, where today I have a lot to talk about in terms of working on things behind the scenes when it comes to streaming, including multi-streaming, which you're already seeing right now has proven to be a huge success. But also I am in the process of working on a couple of things, like getting chat integrated with YouTube and Twitch. Like, I have one just for my end, but I also want to integrate one for all of you to see on the screen. So if you type something in chat on YouTube, you should be able to see it with the Twitch messages. I think that would be, that is something in the works, and it'd be really cool to have. So I'm gonna be working hard to get there. But yeah, if I go right here, oh my gosh, yeah, it's working like a charm. Maybe there's a little bit of a delay when it comes to this. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, but I think I just have to mess with some settings. Like, if I go into some settings here, it says like sync start and sync stop. Let's do that. I think there's just a little bit of a delay when it comes to YouTube, but that's okay. I mean, you choose the platform that you deem is best. I'm giving the power to the people. I am like the president, but actually useful. I give you the power that you give to me and make all of your lives better. That's basically what I'm doing. It democracy. So, today I just got back from work, so that's why I took a shower, so that's why I'm kind of disheveled and kind of sunburnt all over here. I'm very dark, so it's funny. But yeah, I know we're gonna apologies. We're gonna see how this ends up. I know I'm also working on. Yo, what's up? H Coral Jr. TS. Now, I know it's been a while. I think you appeared in chat a couple. It was what? It's been a while. I know. Toggle everything. I'm just messing with settings right now. Why is it not showing up? Let's go back. We'll figure. Again, it's a work in progress. I can't. Coral, it's been a hot minute. It really has been. And a lot has changed because as you can see, I have a new setup. So yeah, it's been, because when I was looking at the logs, I think the last time I went live was I want to say 4 months ago, and even then it was very sparse. I wasn't even streaming regularly. That was on me. But yeah, good to have you back, dude. Yeah, I'm just trying this thing. I'm still trying to get used to streaming again. I forgot how much technical prowess that you have to have. Yeah, I'm not smart when it comes to tech. Prowess. That's what the word is. Prowess. Yeah. Yeah, last time. Oh, okay. Yeah. I stopped doing those because they took way too long and I was already falling behind. I think I was like 3 reactions behind. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since then, because if I go to the, like, what's nice about YouTube is if I go right now to my channel, I could probably pull up like exactly the last video I actually was able to put out. 7 months ago. Okay. 7 months ago. I was lowballing that. Yeah. Maybe it was 4 months in terms of like what I filmed or streamed. but actually edited and put out was 7 months ago. That's crazy. And the funniest thing too is the wig is up there. You can still see the wig. It's right up there. Like, I didn't forget about it. It's like the Green Goblin mask for me. I just look back and think about my reaction when I did reactions back in the day. But maybe I'll bring them back if like I find an editor or someone who can like edit it down, or just make it YouTube makes it easier to post like reaction videos. Because I remember the biggest hurdle for me was, at least, you know, it was just insane. Like, I edit this down like to like 10 minutes of actual footage, and even then it was chopped up, and YouTube's like you know, you broke a TOS, and we're gonna strike your channel because copyright. And I'm like, oh, great. With great wigs come great responsibilities. True, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I will say I was having the most fun with the wig on. Maybe it'll come back on for like a fun special stream. Maybe not a reaction stream, but like another fun one. Yeah, no, that wig, I have owned and worn that wig because I got it for a Halloween costume my freshman year of college. And that was, back in 2019. 6 years ago. I've had that wig for 6 years, and I've used it on more than one occasion. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, could always use AI to edit stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'm just trying to get into a role right now. Plus, like, I also feel like AI, it depends. It depends. I think if the demand is there to bring back the reactions with the wig, because let's just say Fairy Tail comes back, right, for another season, because 100 Years Quest has ended. If it does come back and there is a demand for it, I am open to bringing those back as a special series. If, again, it all boils down to if I'm able to pump out videos fast. Because if I'm not able to pump them out like weekly, then I don't do them. That was the problem last time. Is like I fell like so far behind where it was like 4 videos, even though I had them filmed, I just didn't edit them. That I just gave up because I'm like, this is just taking too long, and people already forgot probably at this point. But I'll definitely look into the AI stuff. I don't want to definitely abuse it, but that is a resource. You are right. I mean, I guess that's the same with like a lot of the videos I did. I mean, I will say too, my favorite thumbnails to do, Fairy Tail. Out of the 3 shows I covered, I think I did Danmachi, I did ReZero, and Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail by far was my favorite because I had the wig on. It was great. But yeah, we are on a budget. Especially at my size, I like, even though I have like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, that's from videos. It's not even from streaming. Yeah, bro, Fairy Tail's basically made my channel because the fandom is still there, somewhere lost in this land of content, Skippy brain rot, and Italian brain rot. Honestly, I believe it. Because as much here, I was in the early stages of the Fairy Tail fandom, okay? I was a big fan of Fairy Tail before, you know, people started to come around saying, you know what, it actually is entertaining, at least. You know, people were finally giving it the benefit of the doubt. I was there in the dark ages, and I'm sure you remember too, where we were in the trenches and just mentioning that your favorite anime was Fairy Tail, or that you even liked Fairy Tail. Just a barrage of hate from the Attack on Titan fandom or the My Hero Academia fandom, which, well, now the shoe's on the other foot. But this is back when like My Hero Academia was still like, I think on season 2, and season 3 was going to come out soon. And yeah, it's funny to see how like the cultural tides have shifted. And Demon Slayer at one point was kind of at that level where it's like, it was like, oh, like so well loved by people saying like, yo, this is the best anime of all time. And then people were like hating on it during, what was it, the Swordsmith Village arc, and then the Hashira training, and then that last episode kicks in, and then everyone's like back to loving it again. It's like, yeah, No, it's rough when you're on the wrong side of anime history, when people are hating on you because of your taste. It's crazy. And I'm not surprised because the fairy tale fandom is very wholesome. They have been the most wholesome comment section on my channel by far. It's great. That's why I still like I changed my profile pic, but I am still going to 100% back fairy tale because it did bring a lot of like people I like back to the channel. Plus, it was one of my biggest videos. The greatest anime of all time, fairy tale. 5.5k views. That's huge. Yeah, I was there when they call it a friendship-loving anime who likes no story, but that did not stop me because I am fairy tale. Well, that's also... But here's the crazy part. You think back to the arcs and the early arcs, I'm like, some of them were really good. Like, it's a fact. People are like, oh, they win by power of friendship. I'm like, bullshit that your show doesn't fall a victim to the same fucking tropes. I call fucking bullshit. And guess what? Same thing happens to Attack on Titan. Same thing happens to Demon Slayer. You have to have this, like, you know, this level of, yeah, you have to have room for disbelief, right? You have to give some grace to these shows because that's just what they are. They're just fun. And Fairy Tail is great because it's all about friendship, but also the bonds between, you know, friends and what it means to be a part of a group. And there's a lot of people I know, especially myself, who were really going through some tough times. And it's only because of Fairy Tail that we were able to get pulled away from that, you know? No, but I 100% agree. It's crazy. It's crazy how much time has changed. And now people are like, oh yeah, I've always loved Fairy Tail. And I kind of look at them. I'm like, were you open about your love of Fairy Tail? Because you would have known what it was like. Yeah. The arc they mission as Team Natsu. So in the heat of battle between Natsu and Rigo was enchaining and chilling. Yeah, the first battle. Hold on, I gotta pull this up because I don't recognize Aragorn. I'm sure once I see his face, I'll be able to like remember. Was this the snow one? Oh, it's this guy. Oh yeah. The very first episode, right? Hold on. I gotta remember. Is this the first fight between? Okay, it's the rematch. Okay, it was the first fight with Lucy, right? When they were on the boat. Was that it? I'm trying to remember. Oh no, it's the guy with the scythe. Oh, okay. I remember now. I remember. Yeah. Okay, but like when they get to Sting and Rogue, like that's just straight heat, you know? Like I think it was a bold decision to do the time skip the way they did, but it made the Magic Games. Sorry. It's the Magic Games. The Magic Games, one of the most insane arcs, right? Oh yeah, the wind guy. I saw Scythe and I immediately remembered. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, well, like, I don't know. You just have like so many iconic, like Jalal. I love Jalal because he's just such a great character. But I got hyped on that when he was fighting Jalal and he eats the, he eats the golden flames? Or no, he eats the ice. Sorry. He eats the golden flames when Jalal gives it to him later. But he ate the ice, or not the ice, but like the crystal, right? And then gained powers that way. And he was literally coughing up, like, almost coughing up blood trying to do it. It was crazy. That, to me, that was like the most hype moment, is when it got to that point. Yeah, Guild Arts. Well, funny enough, people thought Guild Arts was like a straight up ripoff of Shanks. Which I'm glad that I watched Fairy Tail first before One Piece. Because then you learn that, no, it's just the way that they did the anime. They made his hair reddish, kind of like Shanks, even though in the actual manga, it was supposed to be blonde. So it wasn't a ripoff. But yeah, Guild Arts is one of my, like, I think his introduction is one of the most hype moments in the show. just because it's like, oh yeah, Gildarts is coming back, and then they're like, who? And they basically transform their base just to let him in. It's crazy. Yeah, no, Gildarts is so, yeah, and then he's like, where were you this entire time, right? And it turns out he was fighting Acnologia, right? Acnologia this entire time by himself. Yeah, the Etherano magic crystals. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, which was like, not only was like the twist really cool where it's like the tower, what was it? The Tower of Heaven. I was gonna say the Tower of Babel, but it's like Tower of Heaven arc, where they, you know, it's like, oh, who's the villain? Who's Jalal, right? And it turns out that it was actually evil. Gildarts came back and the whole city literally split in half, so he wouldn't destroy everything. That's what I mean, right? That's crazy. But yeah, but like seeing the Tower of Heaven transform too, I thought was like just a really hype moment. Oh yeah, what's up? Dude, it just multi-streaming here. Yeah, but man, that moment was, honestly, that was like a really cool moment. Like just seeing the tower transform and then Natsu just straight up beating up Jalal after eating these crystals, and Jalal's just freaking out like, why would you do that? And Natsu's like, for my friends. And I'm like, see, that's where I think Fairy Tail, like, say it's like a power friendship thing, but it's like, it's still very fun, you know? Like they do a lot of fun moments with characters and their characterizations are so good. I'm like, why do you call this lazy? It's not. It's fun. Just enjoy it. Just because it borrows a lot of elements from the same anime doesn't mean it's like a complete ripoff. That's where I'm like crazy. Like, I'm like, that's crazy that people like still make that argument. Yeah, but no, I've been Fairy Tail fan day one, and I even saw a video like ranting about it, and I watched it, and I still disagreed. I'm like, it's not bad. They're like, oh, well, it's tropey. I'm like, so. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I have to catch up to 100 Years Quest though. I got like, when I fell behind on reactions, I also kind of stopped watching the show because I thought I was going to return to doing them and filming them, but I decided not to. So I got to catch up, but I'm also going to take my time because I also want to wait till they announce, or like season 2 of 100 Years Quest comes out, right? So missed again during the guild war between Fairy Tail and the Dark Guild Gajil used to be a part of was insane to me when it transitioned to Mystigan with the 100 flags of 100. Dark. Well, yeah, but Mystigan has that aura, you know? Where he shows up and he's like... Again, I think the way they handled like the most powerful members within the guild was like really well done. Like Gildarts, Mystogan, and giving like really good reasons on why they wouldn't help Team Natsu when they would fight, you know, go on a quest, or for example, the guild was in trouble. Where were they? It's like, oh, they were busy doing something else, right? Now that was a great moment too. Yeah, recently though, I thought what was actually a really good moment in 100 Years Quest, which is why I want to catch up, was the fight between, was it Natsu and the water dragon god, you know? Because when he ate his brother's flames, he straight up became like another demon. It was awesome. Also, I'm actually like just scrolling through right now. Great moment too. I forgot about this. Gajil, when he absorbs the shadow, was it the shadow dragon? What is it? It's like the shadow dragon eater, or not dragon eater, but dragon slayer. Yeah, and he basically sacrifices himself. It was crazy. Like, I feel like also Fairy Tail does like redemptions so well, which is like, again, why people like glaze over the fact that it's like power of friendship. I'm like, you know, they do redemptions too, like very well. Like, I like Gajil's redemption. I like Laxus's. Another good one was, I guess Sting and Rogue, right? They were enemies, and then now they're like kind of allies with Fairy Tail, which is cool. Yeah, Iron Shadow Dragon. I don't know, that's kind of insane. Also, I feel like they do the powers really well, and they balance everyone out kind of. Like, clearly you have your heavy hitters, but then you also have like sort of your weaker, more interesting ones too. Yeah, I thought, what else was there? Yeah, I need to catch up though. That actually reminds me too. I need to catch up on I watched only a couple episodes, but of Eden Zero. Because I heard Eden, people who don't like Fairy Tail like love Eden Zero. So I'm like, oh, now I gotta check that one out. But I just don't have time. That's just like the craziest part. And I'm vibing with the song. Yeah, Gajil absorbs Rogue's Shadow Dragon Slayer magic, allowing him to use Iron Shadow Dragon mode. Yeah, it's crazy. But favorite antagonist would have to still be, I would say, Jalal or Laxus was pretty good. I like the rocket dude, the android that they built during the war, right, for final season. I just liked his design, the orange dude that was like an android that Natsu had to fight because he kept firing rockets at him. Like, I thought design-wise, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I also like the... I thought it was funny, what was it? That one chick with the time stop ability. And, well, let's talk about Aura, okay? Natsu literally broke out of her time stop ability and, like, freaked her out so much that straight up, it was, like, he traumatized her so badly, she decided not to go to war anymore. She retired. Perfect. Yo, what's up? 163 Sash? Honestly, I think I'm good right now. We're just vibing right now to this playlist. Plus, I feel like I'm going to get DMCA'd if I played any Russian rock. Yeah, but like anyways, going back to like sort of like the streaming thing. I love when we talk about Fairy Tail. I can talk about Fairy Tail for hours. Especially when it comes to like, what is it? Like the fact that Natsu isn't even human. He's not even a demon. He's like a homunculi. So that's funny. But yeah. Anyway, so going back to streaming. So I may do Fairy Tail reactions again. I mean, clearly there is at least some demand. But again, I'll have to see. I don't want to do reactions to the episodes that are already out per se. But I also don't want to like, you know, wait and not do them, right? So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Again, I'm also like trying to see how streaming's going to work out. So yeah, we'll go from there. I mean, it was already such a pain just to get this stream up because I was trying to figure out how to get it up on YouTube. I think I finally was able to figure it out, but it's been pretty rough to say the least. But yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, what would be fun though? I think one of my favorite things to do was the tier list. So maybe I'll do my next fairy tale video. We'll do like a tier list, or I already did one about like why fairy tale is great, but maybe like some specifics. So if you're interested in maybe like a breakdown, or like maybe even a stream where I'm just talking about fairy tale, like specific examples of what I like, I could do that too in the future. I could do a whole stream just fairy tale. Yeah, but it's kind of like a we'll wait and see kind of thing. I realize it's also getting darker, so oh, I could show you this. So, as part of my new setup, and also multi-streaming, check this out. 1, 2, 3. I can change the lights. That's great. Now I feel like a streamer. Like, I feel like, I mean, if you seen me last time and seen my streams last time, I was clearly in a shoebox. Like, I had to share, I was a dorm style room, so I had to share the background. But now I have my own room, and it's really nice. So we're going to do some fun things with it, and maybe, like, I don't know, maybe we'll have a fairy tale night. Maybe we'll do something else. It's kind of like an up in arms, we'll see kind of vibe, you know? I'm just trying to get used to talking, and right now I love how I'm seeing you chat in YouTube, but like it's not appearing on stream. So one thing I'm trying to work on is getting a plugin completely done so I can actually start putting you on stream. So, because YouTube and Twitch should be on the same sort of wavelength, I feel. Especially because Twitch isn't doing too hot right now. And so I'll have YouTube as a backup. You know what I mean? Who knows what's going to end up happening to Twitch. But all I can say is at least have a backup. At least have that life raft for YouTube. And maybe I'll jump ship. Maybe I won't. Who knows at this point? But at least you're not sinking like the Titanic. And you're out of lifeboats. You know what I mean? I am excited though. If we're talking about anime coming up, I am very excited for the Demon Slayer movies. Because there's a trilogy and you know they're going to be peak. The only thing I am completely worried about when it comes to Demon Slayer though is the fans. And I don't mean fans in general. I mean the fans that will go to the theaters and completely create a ruckus where you cannot enjoy the film. And I am worried because I've already run into those types of people when I went to see the Spy Family movie. I think it's time for some story time, but basically what happened was I went with Indomitable to go see Spy Family Code White, which was a great film. I think it would be an 8 out of 10. But the only problem was there were these kids, these high schoolers, who decided to ruin my night by talking the entire film, not about the film, but how they were bored. And I wanted to tell them to shut up, but I wanted to keep the peace in the theater and just ignore them and enjoy the movie. But my goodness, they were so annoying. And the only reason why they were there is because one of the friends in that friend group was an actual fan who was respectful of everyone, and they just happened to tag along and wanted to cause a ruckus. So don't do that. If you are that kind of person, do not talk during a movie if it's not about that movie. My goodness, I am worried about Demon Slayer because it is mainstream, and I feel like that is going to happen, and I'm going to regret not watching this at home, you know, with headphones on, which it sucks because I do want to experience these anime movies in theaters because I watched Mugen Train in theaters twice, and it was an amazing experience. So hopefully this isn't the case for Demon Slayer, the trilogy, or like, you know, people being assholes and fucking, you know, shouting out spoilers throughout the entire time. That does happen. I could see it happening. So yeah, let's not do that. Okay. Let's not go down that rabbit hole, please. That would be very, very bad. But yeah, that's like my little rant. Now, granted, if it was a fairy tale showing, I feel like we're off the hook, you know? That's all I'm going to say. If it was a fairy tale showing, I think we're in the clear, because fairy tale fans, it's become so niche now to become a hardcore fan that I feel like everyone's respectful. To be honest, I think everyone's just nice about it. I don't know. Maybe that's the elitist talk in me, but I genuinely think, you know, fairy tale is kind of chill like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think anime has a place in cinemas. Anime movies like Mugen Train have proven it to be fact, right? But also the long running classics like Studio Ghibli. And I remember I watched The Boy and the Heron in theaters. Amazing experience. I think the dubs for Studio Ghibli films, top notch. Always watch the dub and the sub. I didn't watch the sub, but at least watch the dub. You know what I mean? Like, both are good, but the dub, this is one of the few exceptions where the dub is a must-see, because they hire like S-tier actors to voice these characters. So, like, Christian Bale's in it, and he's a bird. He's a bird in this. What? He's a heron technically, but yeah, I don't know. You should watch. I think we need more anime films in movie theaters, especially if movie theaters are quote unquote dying and we're like struggling to get people into the theaters, which I think is now a hoax, because dude, it's so tragic. I missed a theater release because I got sick. Oh, that's rough, dude. That's rough. F. Can we get an F in the chat for Dadu Dit here? Yeah. Yeah, especially because it's limited release too, right? That's rough. But like, I don't know. For me, yeah, F. But yeah, no. But for me though, it's just like, I think movie theaters, do I think they're dying anymore? COVID, I was like, maybe this is plausible. Like the post-COVID world. But now I don't think so. I think movie theaters are fine now. And I think with more movies coming out, it's just a matter of quality over quantity, and more anime films I think should be shown in theaters because they are definitely on the quality end of movies. I prefer 100. Look, I would prefer 100 anime films that are like pretty good to average over another generic action movie from Hollywood, you know? And I'm not talking about like the action movies that are big budget that, you know, are coming out. I'm talking like The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson type action movies where it's like Red One or what was the other one? Central Intelligence, or, you know, anything that's just like, or Baywatch, right? Any one of those that's just kind of like you could just turn it off your brain and just leave it as background noise. That's just kind of, I think those can go, but replace them with the anime movies, please. Plus, I feel like it's just cool to know about international markets, especially in this day and age, and how they're basically destroying the US when it comes to movies and the arts. Not always, because America, there are lots of talented people in America, but in a majority of cases, like consistency on average, I think they outdo America a shit ton. And that's just a fact, personally. So maybe we'll see some change in the future. I know there have been discussions about laws relating to films. So as someone who likes to study these kinds of things, I went to school for film and television. I kind of graduated from that, you know, that's kind of the thing I did. It'd be cool to kind of look back and be like, okay, was I right in my theory? Yes or no? Okay, Misi, you can leave. The door is like right there. I hope you know the door's right there. I don't want you here. Leave. Get out. Your kind doesn't belong here, you furry. Anyways, so... Whoa, I just shook my whole desk. No, we're just talking about international movies. Are you excited, Misi, for the Demon Slayer movie? Because I am. I'm excited for all three because I think all three are going to be peak. Oh, also, funny story. So we went to see Mugen Train, and I didn't realize this because this was a re-release. I didn't realize they were going to show a sneak peek of the 3 movies at the end of the screening, but they did. And it was crazy. I was like, you didn't have to do that. My friend was pissed off. He's like, that's all they showed? I'm like, I wasn't expecting them to show anything. What do you mean this is all they showed? We weren't expecting anything. This is at least something. So it got me hyped. They showed like 30 seconds of clips from the movie Infinity Castle arc. Yeah. They showed it after the screening of Mugen Train, the re-release that I went to. Which was a last minute thing too, which was kind of funny. But man, that got me excited. I'm like, yeah, Mugen Train! Which also, you know, just tears. Rengoku, no. Donut Man, no. But yeah. So they showed like a little bit of like them falling, a little bit of the scenery, what the colors are going to look like, which is very different from what the anime left off. A little bit of the monsters like chasing the Hashira and the Hiroshira just spinning around their swords. That's pretty much it. But I'm like, that's still something. That's crazy. Yeah, no, Mugen Train, that screening made me cry. And I stayed till the end of the credits. Not because I knew there was going to be a post-credit scene, but because Lisa is a goddamn legend. Listen to Lisa. I grew up on Lisa. I am a Sword Art Online boy. I am Kirito himself. I am a self-insert of Kirito, okay? Let it be known, I love Sword Art Online too. Not just Fairy Tail, Sword Art Online. I've been a fan from the very start. No one can tell me otherwise that it's not a good show. But yes, Lisa was there from the start for me. And oh my goodness, listening to the first opening of Sword Art Online, that was like my theme song growing up. I was like, yeah, I'm a loner. I don't have friends. Yeah. Oh yes. Wait, actually, not bad. Not a bad idea. Tier list of Lisa songs. I would be 100% down for that. And then the only problem is I would have to listen to it on stream, but I could not listen. I couldn't I couldn't put it in the VOD. Like it only played during the stream, but not the VOD because of copyright. But yeah, no, Lisa, what was it? So it's a Starfield, right? Hold on. Sorry. Crossing Field. Yeah, Crossing Field is my national anthem in high school. I was like, yeah. It was great. It was a great time. I think I was the happiest when this was dropping. And I remember watching this for the first time and I was like, damn, Kirito, I see you. Yeah, we'll do that later. I'm still figuring out the streaming thing. And I also want to show what you're typing right now on the screen. I have to figure that out still. That will be a future stream, Misi. Trust me, but I'm going to make that a whole stream. This isn't going to be like... This is big. It's Lisa. It has to be big, okay? Yeah, Crossing Field is good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been listening to it on loop. Boo? You know, I could ban you right now. Just know I can ban you. It takes a simple click of a button, okay? No more booing, okay? I will ban you, Misi. Boo! You're asking for it. Do it one more time. I dare you. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And that is how threats work. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to rank, because I don't know. Lisa. Okay, here's the problem with me though. So I grew up with Lisa, and then I like Lisa from Blackpink because I like Blackpink. I'm into K-pop too, and I'm pretty sure they were different people. But then there was one thing that they said that like, oh, what was it? Hold on. It was a little bit confusing for me because like Blackpink. Yeah, so Lisa. So this is where it's confusing, right? So I got confused with season 2 of Solo Leveling because of the opening. Because again, it's a Lisa song. I love Lisa. But the thing is, it's not Lisa from Blackpink, even though... Okay, so they got Felix from Stray Kids, right? In the song. So it makes sense. It would make sense if they got like Lisa from Blackpink to do it too. But this is Lisa, like the Japanese singer, Lisa. So that confused me because I'm like, wait, is it Lisa from Blackpink or is it... Okay. Indomitable, stop. We got to do a collab. Stop booing me. I can't get you banned. Imagine reading JoJo Lands. Yeah, imagine reading it when they hit manga decks. We can't read it anymore. They hit manga decks. Nah, that's crazy. Damn, I just saw what you posted, BC. Damn. What do you mean I'm threatening you on the live stream? What? Wow. Wow, it's giving me the silent treatment. This is my stream. I'm gonna wage war on you, sir. This is a creator clash right now. This is what's happening. My friends decided to invade my Twitch stream and decided to ruin my stream, take away my show from me. That's not happening. That's not happening. War on what? The war on you. That's what it is. Yeah. A war on you, a war on Misi, war on Dadu Dit. I summon the Avengers. I declare war every 2 hours. I do not. That's a lie. I am a pacifist, sir. I do not declare war unless it is very much warranted. You know what I mean? Damn, I can't believe my friends have invaded my comment section. My chat. We stand here amongst my achievement, not yours. Kronk or something. Yeah, no, that's a good line, though. I still think Rogue One is peak. Andor, I have to get into. Like, I have to watch it. I haven't had a chance to. But yeah, damn. Do the trick? What do you mean do a trick? Fuck you. You made me pull out the ban hammer. That is only to be used during emergencies. Let it be known. Chat, don't trust this imposter. Chat needs to go away. That's what chat needs to do. This is an alternate Seyorias. No comment. Evil Orius. Altorius. Altorius is a pretty sick name though. Altorius. Where's the furry collection? Work in progress. Man, I feel like I'm gonna get clipped here. Because I'm fighting with you, someone's gonna clip this as like, this dude's waging war on his chat. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy's doing? This is what you're not supposed to do with your chat. Is not fighting them. Never. Chat, are we bad friends? Chat, you are bad friends. You invaded my chat. That's what happened. I was having a pleasant conversation too. We were talking about fairy tale. It was wholesome. Wholesome vibes. And then you guys attacked. So. Never. We stand evil Orius. Stop invading my chat. I'm not evil Orius. I'm merely Seyorias. It would be really funny if I slept through our planned recording tomorrow. You know, it'd also be really funny if I didn't wage war on you, you know? It'd be real funny. YouTube drama. I know, it's chat, is it bad if my head hurts from whacking myself with a hammer? Damn. Dang, I've been talking for an hour. Favorite vid I've done so far? Ooh. See, now that's an actual question. Okay, Misi, you're off the ban list. Honestly, it was probably my fairy tale video. The greatest anime of all time, fairy tale. Because I put a lot of effort into that one, and that got a lot of views. Concorsorius. Okay, you're on the list again. What's your opinion on the incident? No comment. What do you mean I forgot? I know what's weirder. Oh. Fairy tale would be best if it didn't do what it does to women. Okay. I will say final season had the best moments of fairy tale and the worst. 100 Years Quest is much better. Plus, I feel like peak fairy tale was early seasons. And then there were like some really good moments and arcs near the end. But yeah, final season was definitely a hit or miss. I will agree with you there, Misi. JoJo Part 10 should have a female JoJo. I don't. Well, that's assuming Part 9 ends in like what, 5 years. Let's be honest, we're stuck with another decade of Part 9. Just start 100 Years Quest. It's easy. 100 Years Quest is much better too. Yeah. Yeah, you know what's funny? I'm like looking back on like my old content. Here, you know what? Let's have some fun, okay? Here. Since you brought up the question, Misi. Here, let's do this. Boop. I'm small now. And there's a little bit of delay with the YouTube, so you're going to react late. But you want to see something funny though? Hold on. Here. I'm going to pause the music real quick. I'll show you guys something funny. Okay. My very first video was a clickbait title. All right, let's play it. Where'd it go? Okay. This one, okay, this is a close second. Masayume chasing. In the future. So look at the difference in like past me versus surprisingly no. I wasn't popular enough. So here. Fall Anime 2022. Probably one of the best seasons of anime. Mob Psycho season 3. Also my favorite editing style. The problem is this was when I saw my school account, so I had Premiere Pro. And then they yeeted me off that, so I couldn't do it anymore. And all my favorite fonts on there that made it easy were gone. So I'm like, great. That's lovely. Part 6. We're also talking about a lot of great shows that came out. Eminence in Shadow. Yeah. Uncle in Another World. You can also tell this is like me still in college because this is my room. You have my figure. Like, look how bad the setup is. Like, it's like I like my stream room now more so than anything. Like you have the bins here and stuff. Beast Tamer as well, which I thought was gonna be mid, but turned out to be really good. So I did like the music, and I did like sort of me popping up. It was good. Get right into it. But first, also I needed a haircut, and this is when I was a brunette at this point in time. I was very much a brunette. Gotta talk about the garbage. Shinobi no. Yeah, this. Oh my god, this image. Look at this image. It's so grainy. That's rough. That's rough. Probably one of the most atrocious shows I've seen. It's yeah, that soundbite. That's rough. The concept of JJK or Jujutsu Kaisen name drop. I know. And note this is before Shibuya because I used this. Right here. That's how old this video is. It's 2 years old. Yeah. Tokyo Ravens. That was your fault. You dragged me into this. They did. They made it average. They made it boring. How do you make ninjas boring? How? They did. I did like the format of this video though. Like I spaced it out. I did talk a lot. I was energetic.
Literally the main character. So there's a main character in the show that's basically generic. And you think, oh, it's just Kirito, maybe self-insert, you know? No. This character is so bland, so boring, that it literally drags down the show. And he's on the screen with the most screen time.
I was actually proud of that edit. That edit was pretty cool.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Because
Yeah.
the female character is a really good character.
Yeah, this is where I was on a rant. I was like, men suck, women are better, kind of thing. I was like, why is she given such shitty treatment and we're focused with this fucking dweeb as the MC?
She's strong.
Young Seyorias, yeah.
Great personality.
A great personality. I was trying to be PC back then. I should have just said she's fucking cool. That's all I should have said. I was too worried to be like, look, guys, I'm not saying that she has boobs or anything. I'm like, yeah. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Jin Woo from Solo Leveling is not a bad character. You merely cannot understand his aura farming. That is all there is to it. Okay? That is all there is. Solo Leveling is still a good anime.
Does her job, and she has a great backstory. And the fact that she's tied to the show, she's like a part.
Yeah, I was pretty fucking upset.
Story. It feels like Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh, dude. I totally forgot about Chizuru. I forgot we were still watching Rent a Girlfriend at this point. We thought it was gonna be good. We thought it was turning around the story at this point. Oh God. Yeah, I did. Maybe I said, okay, maybe I did. Did I praise it? Maybe. But did I like it? Yeah, maybe I liked it. It was gonna be good. That's the problem.
I just feel bad that she's a part of this story because it's so awful.
It was not, in fact, unfortunately, you're right.
So, I gave this like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I liked how I did reviews here.
If you really want a good show that's kind of along the same line.
I'll skip ahead, but basically I did Bochi. Oh, I did My Hero Academia Season 6. This is like my quick review too. Yeah, sorry for the clickbait.
Than in previous seasons. And so for me, I think it's a lot better. I think it's probably the best season after season 1 and 2. So it's going in the right direction. I just don't think it's on par.
Yeah, so I don't know. That was a pretty fun one that I did. I'm gonna skip to this one.
It is the best anime of 2023. In my opinion, it's Free Run. That's pretty obvious. The animation was...
I'm surprised this one didn't do more traction.
The story itself is probably one of the most interesting...
Wait. Okay, so the funny story about this one. So you know how I talked earlier about wanting to react to Fairy Tail? Or someone wanting me to react again with the wig? And I'm just like, it's probably not going to happen just because copyright. This is what I'm talking about. I tried to do a breakdown, not even with the audio, and they freaking strike my thing down, and I can't post it. So it pissed me off. Like, it's rough. Like, I tried doing Jujutsu Kaisen. I was proud of the edit too. It took forever, and then I couldn't, like... It was upsetting. Peak Ren.
Inherently make it...
Look, I made this 36 fucking minute video.
You want to watch because...
Yeah, so I did that. That was 22-3.
Winter Anime 2024 is shaping up to be one of the most interesting seasons of anime.
Also, no, I had a filter on. Yeah. Yeah, now you can't even show a 1 second clip. Well, okay, Misi, do you remember back in the day, we're old timers, okay? Old time anime fans. When you'd have the AMVs on YouTube with like, people would just like splice together, what is it? Popular music of that time period. Like, yeah, and then those get copyright struck now. It's fucking awful. Yeah, or like you watch Naruto in pieces, right? Yeah, this is like, okay, this was my clickbait tell, but this was just another anime review I did. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. We're gonna watch this. Because someone here doesn't appreciate solo leveling, so.
Now this is the start of something great.
Solo leveling is really bringing back the manhwa.
Hold on, we're boosting this boy.
I was disappointed with the first craze because the first one started off with Tower of God kicking everything off, which was a great adaptation for what it could be. I still prefer the manhwa, in my opinion, the webtoon, because I prefer the art style there, and the art is very hard to replicate with an anime, because anime has to be in motion, and the art presented in the webtoon is very, well, it's just images, and the images are so complex that you have to prefer one over the other. It's very two different mediums. I'm getting sidetracked.
By the way, this is facts. I still think the manhwa is going to be better regardless, which is why I recommend people watch the anime, especially if it's a good one like Solo Leveling, but also to read the manhwa, because the manhwa is good. Delete that video? Nah.
Okay.
Nah, I'm forcing you. I'm opening your eyelids to greatness, okay?
Adaptation. Some would say even great. And then we were followed up with basically two that...
Yeah, but basically I talk forever. But look at that. 7 minutes and 15... Like, look at that. 2 whole minutes on Solo Leveling. It's one of my biggest ones. That's crazy. Here, let's jump to do something else. And then I had my quitting arc where I quit 3 different times. I quit. That's what's funny. And then I had a whole video for Solo Leveling that did pretty decent, which is surprising. I was shocked by it. Post, there's me live. This one. I didn't realize Twitch was a thing. I just would watch VODs of streamers. By the way, this is a short I'm like very proud of. And it did really well. On YouTube, I'm like, wait, what? How are people responding? Wait, where is this coming from? Like, it's a live stream, but... Oh, I'm gonna get copyright struck. Oh, no. Oh, no. I gotta, like, play this in, like, bits while talking over it. I thought it was funny that I threw Fly Nimbus in there. Fly Nimbus shout out. Yeah, I won't play the rest because I'm gonna get copyright struck after stream. But... Oh yeah, this is pretty funny. I think that door is pretty old. Although my camera quality is shit.
Camera controls, okay, just move the mouse. Read message. Likely regret. Plot this message. Alright, do we jump? Do we jump? Alright, 3, 2, 1, we're jumping. Oh, we weren't supposed to jump. Alright, we already have our first.
That was pretty miserable. I genuinely thought to transition, you jump and then like jump on a giant snake and stab it, and then that would break your fall. I didn't realize someone was trolling. And that was my first death in Elden Ring. My first death. Yeah, it was a pretty rough, what was it, 6 hours of playing Elden Ring before I stopped. Yeah, that's fucked up. But I don't know. I tried doing gaming once, but again, I'm going to try and pivot to more of this kind of content right here where it's like more streamer content. The laugh is hiding the pain. Yes, it is. It very much is. Ba, ba, ba. Oh yeah, which one pissed off a lot of people? I think it was this one. Yeah, this one did. Check this out. Okay, watch this one. Damn. I forgot how I edited this. That, honestly, pretty sick trailer. Pretty sick trailer. that advertising wise, it got the point across because I got like 31 replies. Like, that's crazy to me. Yeah, I got people fighting in my comment section with this trailer. It's kind of funny. I'll play it again. It's funny. All right, later, Missy. See that beat drop though? Fire. Oh yeah, this is me as Halloween. This is me as Monkey D. Luffy. Yeah, I should have... See, I wanted to do the eye thing, but I was going to a Disney park, and I think they have rules against cosplay, so... It's so much copyrighted music. I'm gonna get this taken down. Yeah, this is Eimer. Hold on. Let's go back. I forgot I put a lot of copyrighted music in my shorts. What is this one?
So this season, the 100 girlfriends who really...
Okay, we're gonna skip. I don't know what that was. That's crazy. Who would watch a show like that? Alright, this is me with ugly facial hair. This is me like trying to figure out my hair. Dang, I made a lot of shorts content. That's crazy. Yeah, maybe that's why. I mean, I got the most growth from it, but that's crazy. Yeah, that's funny. Anywho, we are almost an hour 20 in. I know we had a late start, but I also wanted to test out a couple of things like, you know, quality of stream, multi-stream. It looks like when I multi-stream though, there's a little bit of a delay when it comes to YouTube. So I gotta figure out that and how to like tweak that. So, I can react properly and there's not that much of a delay. You know what I mean? But yeah, thanks for everyone for stopping by, even though I got invaded by my friends. Thanks for watching. And, before we go, I actually need to do something. So I'll mute this. I'll play this and Chrome. One of the things I wanted to do was this. End it on a high note. This is kind of my outro song that I'll play at every stream. So thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.
Que